Hello world, I am Dr. Know-It-All, and today we're going to be looking at one of my favorite toys. The system that this monster 700 plus meg cartridge goes into. The GEO MVS. Let's go check it out. Alright YouTube, this is my GEO MVS arcade cabinet, also known as a Big Red by the GEO faithful. This one is circa 1992, serial number 17,177, and it is mine. Anyways guys, this is easily one of my favorite retro arcade systems and retro systems in general. Contrary to popular belief, the GEO is 24-bit. But it lived a long time. It lived from the early 90s all the way into the mid 2000s, so that's a crazy lifespan for any system, and it speaks volumes to how ahead of its time it was. SNK was, of course, a great imitator in a lot of ways. They countered Street Fighter with King of Fighters and many other famous shooters and action games with copies of their own. But nonetheless, this is easily my favorite system of all time. I grew up playing these in the arcade. They were a lot of fun. Most people, if you know anything about the GEO, you know that nobody could really afford the home systems. They were just outrageously expensive. They literally took the hardware that's in this box and made it work for your home in a console box. So it was prohibitively expensive. And the games were upwards of $200 a piece. So all you guys out there, they're like, oh, $60 video games? In the early 90s, these ones were $200, and for the arcade operators, the average GEO game was over $1,000. So just to go in the system. The big selling point of the GEO was that it took multiple cartridges, and that saved a lot of floor space for arcade operators in the 90s. Normally when you have an arcade machine, it's locked to one game. Area 51, Mario Kart, any famous game you grew up playing, Tekken. The GEO is unique in the fact that all you have to do is push the center button and you can change which title you're playing and put in your quarters and play a title of your choice. This machine was a 2-slot that was converted to a 4-slot. So the systems are all interchangeable. They use a slightly modified JAMA connector. So you can of course put a 1, 2, 4, 6-slot board in your GEO if you decide to buy one. Don't buy one of these if you're not able to pay an arcade tech or able to solder and do a lot of things on your own. Just for fun, I brought a couple parts in. Here's some parts that came out of this GEO. Make sure you get some gloves so it doesn't electrocute you. You got to have a few screwdrivers, and of course, if you saw this intercom behind me, that's how I order my drinks while I play my GEO. Anyways, guys, don't be fooled into buying one of these. They go for around $500 US, which seems to be a steal. I mean, that's a little over a current console, and you can say, hey, I own an arcade machine. That being said, everything in mine has almost been replaced. It's got a new power supply, new control panel, all the electronics driving the monitor are brand new, and I've basically had the entire cabinet rebuilt. So there's very few parts that are still in it that are in it when I bought it a little over a year ago. So anyways guys, I just want to show off my GEO. It's an awesome system. I know you can get it on the Wii Virtual Console and some other consoles, but there's nothing like playing the original versions. They even came out with an SNK collection for the PS2. My problem with the SNK collection is there's a lot of button lag and stuff that isn't there in the arcade version. I'm a firm believer, if you don't have to emulate, don't emulate. It's always best to play your retro games on the hardware they were meant to be played on. If you can't afford it, I fully understand. Nobody's made of money, but if you can't afford to play your retro games on the system they were made to be played on, that will definitely give you the best experience. Going forward, I am definitely going to be doing reviews on my GEO games. I will be doing some demos on how to repair certain things about a GEO cabinet, how they work, and how to basically wire one, how to repair your monitor, what to look for. etc., etc. I just want to make a helpful video for you guys out there in YouTube land and the internet. I really bought this kind of sight unseen and had to do a lot of wrench turning on it, and I have a local friend that is a Neo Geo god. He actually holds the world record in metal slugs, so that's crazy. He's awesome. He's been more than kind and taught me how to fix my Neo Geo when it breaks. So anyways, I can't recommend buying one of these enough, as long as you feel like, hey, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty and work with 20-year-old electronics. But if you're more of a person that every time you come home you want to just flip it on and it comes on perfectly and plays your game, this probably isn't the route you want to go. 20-year-old electronics usually run like 20-year-old electronics. So anyways, guys, this is my SNK Neo Geo Big Red, and I love it to death. As you can see, my Neo Geo came with custom artwork on the side. Instead of Neo Geo, I have a VO Glow. It looks like a Joni Loves Chachi wrote their name on the N, and there's a pound sign in between Neo Geo, which wasn't very clever. Whoever scratched up the MVS just looks like they were totally bored with life. And if we go down to the SNK logo, somebody actually did a pretty good scratching what looks to be a dragon through the S. So if you look really hard, it's there. And, you know, that's kind of cliche. SNK, of course, means New Japan Project. And I guess it was clever that they put a dragon on it. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this look at my VO Glow. And I hope you stay tuned for more on my channel. Thanks for watching, guys.